In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an image map for your Canvas course. First, let's take a quick look at an image map that I created. This image map consists of a graphic, so this is all one image here, and this graphic has an HTML file associated with it that allows me to associate different regions of the picture with different pages that will open up when the user clicks on a certain region. So I'm going to click on the region for Module 1, and then Canvas is going to open up the Module 1 page in a new tab or window. Let's go ahead and take a look at the code. So if I switch views here, this big yellow graphic represents an iframe. And that's a particular piece of code that we'll talk about a little bit more later. So that's basically what you have here, an iframe that's pointing to a file. This is my HTML file here. And then these are the links that I had for my course syllabus and my module to the right hand side of the image. You will create your image map in 5 steps. Number 1, create or choose a graphic. Number 2, make a list of page URLs. Number 3, build an HTML file. Number 4, upload 2 files and then add the HTML URL to your list. Number 5, use custom code in a page. The first step is going to be creating or choosing a graphic. My graphic is composed of elements from the different module pages in my course. And then I actually added these little buttons down here, these little labels. You certainly don't have to build something out that looks like this. You can actually even use just an image that you find off the internet. It could even be an actual map itself. The important thing is that the image has different areas that your users will be able to click on to take them to the pages. I got this map from my friend Dora. I'm the map! In the second step, you will make a list of your page URLs, and you will do that by navigating to the page and then copying and pasting the URL from your browser into a text document. I'm using a program called TextEdit that's available on the Mac, but Notepad, Microsoft Word, any text editor is going to do fine. So I come to my course and I can come to use my all pages. So if I show all my pages and then I want to find my first page, my Module 1 page, I'll click on it. And then when that page opens up, I'm going to select the URL in my browser and then edit, copy, and then put my cursor in my text editing program and then say paste. And if it's not obvious from the URL itself, I could just put a little label there so I know which one it was. So I'm going to go and get those URLs for all the pages that I'm going to link out to from my image map. In the third step, you're going to build an HTML file. Now this image is a screen grab of my HTML file opened up in a program called Dreamweaver. And it's on a split view. It shows the HTML code on one side and then the design itself on the other side. These little blue squares are actually the areas that link out to the different pages. It's beyond the scope of this video to show you the whole process, but I want to take a look at a few lines of code. Okay, the first line of code is the one that's calling the image behind all of those different areas. So it's an image tag, and it says, go out and find this file, which is a .png file. So this is what I will upload into Canvas. And it has a couple attributes. width of 600, height of 450. Border 0 just means that it won't have any black line around it as they do by default. And then it says use map. The name is map2. Now inside of this map tag here, which has an opening and a closing tag, the name of it is defined, map2. And then I'm just showing you one example of an area tag. So it opens, it defines the shape. We're using a rectangle. The coordinates are the coordinates of where this area is located on the web page. And then the href is pointing to the page that should open. And this should look familiar because it's the URL that we just harvested from our Canvas site. And then I actually have a little code in here which says target equals blank, and that will have the new module page open up in a tab or a window. After that, you can upload your two files to Canvas, and then we're going to harvest the HTML URL and add that to our list. So I will use my left-hand navigation to open up my files. And in this example, I've actually created a folder that holds the two files. The folder's name is image map. And then in that folder, there's a history _101 _map.pmg. That's the image itself. And then there's an image _map HTML file. Now I need to get the URL to this file, which I can do by clicking on that link and then coming up again and copying and pasting that URL into my text document. Now you'll notice in the slides that I have highlighted a part of this URL for my HTML page. This is the only part of the URL that we're going to use in the code. And we'll take a look at that last step now. So the last step is to use the custom code in the page. And as you'll remember from the beginning of the video, we have this iframe. So we're going to point the iframe to that HTML page, and then we're going to add some code in here. Download no wrap equals 1. That's going to display the HTML page without any of the canvas framing. So you can just take this code, which I have put into the description on this video, swap out the information pointing to your HTML file here, and you'll be good to go.